Hello all, welcome to the course Basic C Sharp and ASP.NET using Visual Studio 2015 introduced by Technolytics Take IT Easy. In today's video, we are going to demonstrate concept of function overloading in C Sharp. What is function overloading? We also do call it as a method overloading in C Sharp. So what is method overloading? Method overloading allows programmers to use multiple methods with the same name. The methods are differentiated with their number and type of method arguments. Method overloading is an example of the polymorphism feature of an object-oriented programming language. Let's understand the concept of method overloading with the help of following example. In this example, if you will see here, we have created one class with the name program, and inside this class, we have defined two methods. What are the names of method? The first method name is using underscore int. If you will observe this method, here we are passing two parameters and the data type of these parameters are int. So we are passing two integers values in this method, and also we are returning integer value in this method. So this is one of the method. Here we are performing the addition of these two numbers and returning the sum of it. The second method, if you will see, the name of this method is using double, and here we are passing two parameters as well, whereas these parameters are of data type double, and also this particular method is returning the value in the data type double. Here also we are trying to add these two double values and return the result of it in the form of double data type. Now let's call this function in from the main method. See, here we have created one variable num1, and here value we are storing in this num1? We are calling this function that is using int and passing two integer values. Automatically, C# compiler will call this particular method using int, and it will return the total in this particular variable num1. So actually we should be getting the value 8 plus 5, that is 13 in num1. On the next line, we have defined one another variable with the name num2, and here we are calling the another method that is using double, and we are passing two double values over here, 4.3 and 6.26. Obviously it will call the another method which we have defined upside here with the name using double. Okay, so again it will add these two numbers and send the sum in this num2. And on the next line, we are simply displaying the values of num1 and num2. Okay, so integer value is so and so and double value is so and so. If you will see this method, you will come to know that almost we are performing the same operation. That is, we are adding two numbers either in the form of integer or in the form of double. But the work which we are doing is same, that is addition. So instead of creating these two methods, we can make use of function overloading or method overloading concept over here. So let's see. If you will run the previous program with the two different method names, you will be getting output something like this. That is, integer value is 13 as we discussed earlier, and the double value is 10.56. Okay, so here instead of defining two methods that should do the same thing, it is better to overload one. In the example below, that is on the next slide, we overload the add method to work for both integer and double. Now consider this particular program where we have applied the concept of method overloading. Here if you will watch carefully, we have given the name for the first method as add method and the second method again as add method. The meaning is that both method names are same. That means we have used method overloading concept over here. But then how compiler we come to know that which method should be called? So here if you will see, we are passing two integer values and returning integer and performing the addition, okay? And here we are passing two double values, double parameters, and again returning the double and again performing the same thing. That is, we are trying to add two parameters. Let's see how we are calling this function or method overloading from main method. Here we have defined my num1 and simply we are calling add method and passing two integer values. Now how compiler will come to know that you are supposed to call this particular method? It will come to know with the help of these values in the parameter. So here you can see 8 is integer value, 5 is integer value. So C# compiler is smart enough to check whether such method with the same name is available. So yes, this method is available, which is again returning the integer value. So it will find this particular method and it will run it, and whatever sum is there, it will store in my num1. Here on the next line, if you will see, my num2 having the data type double and again calling the same name method, add method. But here we are passing some double values, double data type values like 4.3 and 6.26. So again compiler will try to search add method, though the name is same, but the parameters which we are passing are of different data types, and accordingly it will call that particular method and it will find the output of it. So it will show us the integer value, that is my num1 output, and double value, that is my num2 output. So here in this particular page we have made use of method overloading concept. So having the same name but the parameters or the written data types are different. Let's run this program in the Visual Studio. See, I have already copied it. This method overloading function is there. I have given the name same method and same method over here. Let's run it using the key combination Control and F5. And see here you are getting the output. Integer value is 13 and double value is 10.56. So thus we could call the same, though the method name is same, we could call the respective method based on the parameter data types. Multiple methods can have the same name as long as the number and or parameter type and or the type of parameters are different. On behalf of Team Technolytics, I thank you all for attending today's session and wish you all a very happy learning. Please like and subscribe our channel for more such practicals.